Purpose. This guide provides small to medium-sized businesses, SMB, specifically those who have modest or no cybersecurity plans in place, with considerations to kickstart their cybersecurity risk management strategy by using the NIST Cybersecurity Framework, CSF 2.0. The guide also can assist other relatively small organizations, such as nonprofits, government agencies, and schools. It is a supplement to the NIST CSF and is not intended to replace it. What is the NIST Cybersecurity Framework? The NIST Cybersecurity Framework is voluntary guidance that helps organizations, regardless of size, sector, or maturity, better understand, assess, prioritize, and communicate their cybersecurity efforts. The framework is not a one-size-fits-all approach to managing cybersecurity risks. This supplement and the full CSF 2.0 can help organizations to consider and record their own risk tolerances, priorities, threats, vulnerabilities, requirements, etc. Getting started with the cybersecurity framework, the CSF organizes cybersecurity outcomes into 6 high-level functions: govern, identify, protect, detect, respond, and recover. These functions, when considered together, provide a comprehensive view of managing cybersecurity risk. The activities listed for each function within this guide may offer a good starting point for your business. For specific action-oriented examples of how to achieve the listed activities, reference the CSF 2.0 implementation examples. If there are activities contained within this guide that you do not understand or do not feel comfortable addressing yourself, this guide can serve as a discussion prompt with whomever you have chosen to help you reduce your cybersecurity risks, such as a managed security service provider. The govern function helps you establish and monitor your business's cybersecurity risk management strategy, expectations, and policy. Understand how cybersecurity risks can disrupt achievement of your business's mission. Understand your legal, regulatory, and contractual cybersecurity requirements. Understand who within your business will be responsible for developing and executing the cybersecurity strategy. Assess the potential impact of a total or partial loss of critical business assets and operations. Assess whether cybersecurity insurance is appropriate for your business. Assess cybersecurity risks posed by suppliers and other third parties before entering into formal relationships. Prioritize managing cybersecurity risks alongside other business risks. Communicate leadership support of a risk-aware, ethical, and continually improving culture. Communicate, enforce, and maintain policies for managing cybersecurity risk. The identify function helps you determine the current cybersecurity risk to the business. Actions to consider. Understand what assets your business relies upon by creating and maintaining an inventory of hardware, software, systems, and services. Assess your assets, IT and physical, for potential vulnerabilities. Assess the effectiveness of the business's cybersecurity program to identify areas that need improvement. Prioritize inventorying and classifying your business data. Prioritize documenting internal and external cybersecurity threats and associated responses using a risk register. Communicate cybersecurity plans, policies, and best practices to all staff and relevant third parties. Communicate to staff the importance of identifying needed improvements to cybersecurity risk management processes, procedures, and activities. The protect function supports your ability to use safeguards to prevent or reduce cybersecurity risks. Actions to consider. Understand what information employees should or do have access to. Restrict sensitive information access to only those employees who need it to do their jobs. Assess the timeliness, quality, and frequency of your company's cybersecurity training for employees. Prioritize requiring multi-factor authentication on all accounts that offer it, and consider using password managers to help you and your staff generate and protect strong passwords. Prioritize changing default manufacturer passwords. Prioritize regularly updating and patching software and operating systems. Enable automatic updates to help you remember. PR, prioritize regularly backing up your data and testing your backups. Prioritize configuring your tablets and laptops to enable full disk encryption to protect data. Communicate to your staff how to recognize common attacks, report attacks or suspicious activity, and perform basic cyber hygiene tasks. The detect function provides outcomes that help you find and analyze possible cybersecurity attacks and compromises. Understand Understand how to identify common indicators of a cybersecurity incident. Assess. Assess your computing technologies and external services for deviations from expected or typical behavior. Assess your physical environment for signs of tampering or suspicious activity. Prioritize. Prioritize installing and maintaining antivirus and anti-malware software on all business devices, including servers, desktops, and laptops. Prioritize engaging a service provider to monitor computers and networks for SUSB. Communicate with your authorized incident responder, such as an MSSP, about the relevant details from the incident to help them analyze and mitigate it. The respond function supports your ability to take action regarding a detected cybersecurity incident. Understand what your incident response plan is and who has authority and responsibility for implementing various aspects of the plan. Assess your ability to respond to a cybersecurity incident. Assess the incident to determine its severity, what happened, and its root cause. Prioritize taking steps to contain and eradicate the incident to prevent further damage. rs.mi. Communicate a confirmed cybersecurity incident with all internal and external stakeholders, e.g., customers, business partners, law enforcement agencies, regulatory bodies, as required by laws, regulations, contracts, or policies. Getting started with an incident response plan. The recover function involves activities to restore assets and operations that were impacted by a cybersecurity incident. Actions to consider. Understand who within and outside your business has recovery responsibilities. Assess what happened by preparing an after-action report on your own or in consultation with a vendor partner that documents the incident, the response and recovery actions taken, and lessons learned. Assess the integrity of your backed up data and assets before using them for restoration. Prioritize your recovery actions based on organizational needs, resources, and assets impacted. Communicate regularly and securely with internal and external stakeholders. Communicate and document completion of the incident and resumption of normal activities. Well, folks, that wraps up our dive into the NIST Cybersecurity Framework 2.0 and its quick start guide for small businesses. It's tempting to think cyber attacks only happen to the big guys, but small businesses are increasingly targeted. The good news is the NIST framework isn't some impossible standard. It's adaptable, practical, and the quick start guide makes it easy to get going. Protecting your sensitive data, your customers, and your reputation is absolutely worth the effort. Don't wait until a breach happens to start scrambling. Take advantage of these resources. We'll include links in the show notes to the guide and the full NIST Cybersecurity Framework. This has been Ken Carpenter. Keep your business safe out there.